You take the blue pill, the story ends, you wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to. You take the red pill, stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Welcome back to Action Mojo. In this episode, we are going to pit two action stars against each other and see which one is going to win. We're looking at some basic action movie criteria. So we're thinking about a strong hero, total body count of the film, masculinity, one-liners, and overall violence of action. And so today we're pitting up two of the biggest action movie stars of all time to see which one comes out on top. And in one corner we have none other than Mark Wahlberg. In the 1990s, Mark Wahlberg grew up with a dream of being a rapper and was the founding member of Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. But it was his role as an actor that set him apart, with such hits as The Perfect Storm, Four Brothers, Planet of the Apes, Transformers, The Fighter, The Departed, Shooter, Lone Survivor, and Two Guns. He's also responsible for one of the most excellent television series of all time is called Entourage, which is loosely based on his life. And if you haven't seen Entourage, there's something wrong with you. You need to go watch that today, right after this video. And in the other corner, we have the legendary, at least in his own mind, Steven Seagal. Of course, Seagal made his acting debut in Above the Law and went on to bring us Under Siege, Hard Target, Out for Justice, and Executive Decision, and a slew of direct-to-video releases, including The Patriot, Code of Honor, Gunshot Straight, and probably 4,856 more. So let's release these two animals against each other and we'll see which one comes out on top.
Come get some. You guys think you're above the law.
I don't like it.
Think you better dial 911.
You know then what?
You are!
It's like you had a banner morning.
All in black. That wasn't the time. How'd you know who you could trust?
Make me shoot, I'll do it! You dick! Derek Jeter, you shot me!
Go ahead, kill it.
He's here because he needs the money.
You never know what can happen, right?
You know, you shouldn't knock Chinese potions.
I'm a door! I'm a door!
You should have allowed nature to take its course.
Come asking your wife for it, your kid.
I'm the guy who does his job. You must be the other guy. Blow me, all right? Not very sporting, man. Hey, cowboy, you the pretty one.
Fuck you, knocked my teeth out!
Hey, in English, you go fuck. Wink at him? I did wink at him because he's my bitch now. Oh!
The way to prove yourself is to better yourself.
Whoa, whoa. Let's say you have no idea and leave it at that, okay? Calling us cunts? Fucking snake.
Don't move, Storm! You're surrounded!
So he can't help you. Fortunately, this shithole has more fucking leaks than the Iraqi Navy. Feed him shit and keep him in the dock. I'm the guy who does his job.
Fuck you and die.
I don't give a fuck. I'd rather hand in my papers first.
As the bell rings and the smoke begins to settle, I can tell you hands down that Mark Wahlberg is one of my favorite actors of the modern era. Of course, most of his movies utilize a lot more comedy and they're a lot more bro-friendly than maybe some of the action movies we had back in the 80s, and that's not necessarily his fault. On the other side, Steven Seagal, was actually a legendary, if I can use that word loosely when we're talking about Seagal, because I don't want to make his ego any bigger than what it already is. But he was legit when it came to his craft. Tons of old footage that's out there that you can go look up and watch. He was a legit dude in his particular craft. And although that is true, and although his action movies are awesome B movies, the one thing that you have to dig him for, other than his ego, which is crazy overinflated, is that he runs like a girl. Now, I don't want to hold that against him too much, although I do have to hold it against him. I mean, look at the way he runs. It's ridiculous. All that being said, friends, we have to give this one to Steven Seagal. I hate to say it, but we have to give it to Steven Seagal. Steven Seagal's movies throughout the 80s and the 90s, and all the direct-to-video releases, which most of the watchers probably don't even know what that is anymore, and that's also not my fault. That's your fault for being born too late. Hard-hitting, over-the-top action, over-the-top violence, and is exactly what Hollywood needs to begin to reproduce today. We don't need any more bromances. Mark Wahlberg's movies are great, especially The Shooter, right? And Lone Survivor. 2 awesome movies, and a ton of other ones. But we don't need the bromance. What this world needs is some kick-ass action movies. Let me know what you think down in the comments below.
Fuck you and die.
Friends, this is Action Mojo, and here, that's the only thing that we care about. It's classic action movie hits, with a little bit of twinkling of some modern ones as well. Let us know down in the comments below what you think. Make sure that you share this out with a friend, because sharing is caring. It's the American way. Don't be a commie. Make sure you like and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.